This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Marcum MicroCap Conference 2015 here in New York City. I have with me Brad Powers, Cupcake Digital. It's a private company. Brad, welcome to SNNLive.
Shelley, thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. Let's get right into it. Tell us about Cupcake Digital.
Sure, my pleasure. So Cupcake Digital was founded in June 2012. We produce high-quality children's apps. We're one of the largest independent app companies around, and we just started a new subscription service called NetKids.
So tell me about where did this come from? Where did this idea generate from? Because you're not a kid anymore.
Sure. So like every good ideas, my wife gave it to me. So we had at the time I think Lucas was 3, maybe 4 at the time. The iPad had just come out. There wasn't that many great kids apps, and we really wanted to make high quality, entertaining yet educational apps that were rewarding and that really kept the child's attention.
Now, what's interesting to me is you, first of all, recognize that these kids are on digital, equipment, so to speak. They're on iPads, they're on phones. Younger, they're skewing much younger these days. So developing the app, what did you do to build the company around that?
Sure. So fortunate, I was able to leverage a technology team that I'd worked with in the past. They're actually out of Canada in a town called New Brunswick. There's some very favorable incentive programs there. Even though we're located in New York and we have an office in California, New Brunswick is our technology hub. The production or the pre-production work happens in the States, and then all the technology work happens in our Canadian offices.
Is it a free app? And if it is a free app, how do you make money?
Sure. So we have about 280 apps to date with about close to 14 million downloads. The majority of our apps are premium, which means that folks are paying anywhere from 99 cents to $4.99 for the app. But we just launched a new service called NetKids, which provides all of the content any kid could want in terms of all the videos, all of the books, soon to be music and activities, all under one kind of umbrella. And that is a free app, but then it's paid on a monthly basis for $7.99.
So you're selling the parents because the kids still aren't old enough to make a purchase, correct?
That is correct. So the parents are definitely the decision makers, but we definitely want to have the kids, be it 2 through 7, have that walled garden and be the backseat driver, asking them to go and make that purchase.
So what's the end game?
Sure.
Tell me, where is your company going to explode and take over the entire market for apps for kids?
Sure. So we kind of look at ourselves now as more of an entertainment company for kids, providing educational and enriching experiences. That being said, Shelley, you mentioned before that kids today are on the tablet or on a iPhone or on any type of mobile device, and that is so true. Just go into any restaurant, you'll see every kid is way on their tablet, on their iDevice, and that's the way that kids consume media. So what we're trying to do is we're providing those kids with a home and parents that feel they have a safe environment to have their kids go there. Now, one of the other things that we're doing, in addition to all the frontline content that we have, the SpongeBob's, the Doras, all of the DreamWorks properties, we're also going out and we're finding stars on YouTube or YouTube personalities that are also making kids kind of products or episodes specifically for YouTube. We're then giving them an alternate means of distribution, and in turn, those kids are getting to see NetKids on YouTube, and those personalities are driving them back to NetKids.
What's your background?
So my background has always been in direct marketing, but as of late, I've been really focused on internet.
So when you originally designed this app, and you knew you were going to be an app company, you can't stop developing apps, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So one of the things that we constantly have to do is refresh our refresh the apps, make sure they're up to date, make sure they have the latest operating system requirements too. Both Android and iOS, they're constantly producing new features that we try and take advantage. The other thing is you have to constantly get new licenses. One of the things that I really like about NetKids is that we can constantly get new content, but we can deploy it within NetKids at a fraction of the cost of developing a traditional app. And we can see if it works. So one of the things that most networks have, and this is why over-the-top or OTT is such a great buzzword lately, is they have a linear programming format, meaning there's only so many slots that they have during a day that they have to fit in. And you're taking a really big bet. So either the content's going to work or it's not going to work. But you have to produce a lot of it in order for it to air on network TV. With us, we can do 2 or 3, 6 episodes, see if it's working. If not, no problem. If it is working, great, we'll order more.
If I'm a toy company, I'm coming to you to focus my toy. Is that something that's already happening?
Sure. So we work a lot with the toy companies. So there are a couple different types of toys. There are toys that were made specifically as a result of some sort of license based on a TV show. And then there are other toys that are made as a result of needing a TV show. There's a big difference between the two. We work with some of the larger toy manufacturers to create some of the apps, air some of their TV shows. It's a wonderful medium for them to work with. Also, what's interesting is it allows us, or allows a child, to live beyond just a physical toy. They're in a virtualized world, if you would, and that allows them to actually have a tea party with the strawberry shortcake, or do strawberry shortcake's hair, or go to a, you name it, we basically have it.
What licenses do you have now? And also, what are some of the original ideas and content that you have?
Sure. Appreciate the question. So in terms of the licensing, we have over 60 licenses in-house. That spans across 280 apps. That comes from some of the largest names in children's entertainment. Everything from DreamWorks to DHX to Nickelodeon. Very recognizable characters like Charlie Brown, SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie Rio 1 and 2. And that's produced a great way for us to break through the clutter, because there's a lot of apps out there for kids. But kids know and love these characters and want to have an experience. In terms of our owned and operated content, last year we made a purchase of a company called Little Bit Studios. They have apps called Bugs and Buttons, and they're very popular with preschoolers. Some wonderful apps for kind of fine motor skills, sorting, shapes, colors, numbers. Really top quality apps, and they're also coming out with some very exciting apps in this upcoming year.
One last question. What is your target market age group?
Sure. It's children aged 2 through 7, and we appeal to both the kids and the moms. Kids, they want a really entertaining place where they can play with their favorite characters and run free. Mom and dad, they want a safe place where they know that the kids are going to be well taken care of, no ads, nothing that's inappropriate in terms of content, and that they can feel comfortable with their kids interacting with it.
One last question. Who came up with the name Cupcake Digital?
There's quite a debate about who actually was the originator of that name, but the reason that we named it Cupcake Digital was because we wanted to make people smile. And everyone, when they hear cupcake, they love it, they smile, and it invokes a bunch of different kind of emotions, and it also makes you think of a very satisfying but rewarding snack.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a website.
You can go to cupcakedigital.com or netkidsapp.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Powers, Cupcake Digital. It's a private company. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Marcum MicroCap Conference 2015 in New York City. Brad?
Thank you.
A pleasure to meet you.
Thanks.
You got it.